What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a mono Black Aggro deck updated for the MTG Bro standard. Without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Dark Praetors. If you didn't notice, we've been having a Praetor, a Phyrexian Praetor, every set now for the last while. And for the last two sets, they were both in black. And this time, they even synergize with each other. So, if you slam them both into a deck, good things should happen, right? Well, that's not the only cool new cards. In what is already a pre-existing, pretty strong mono Black Aggro shell, like since they banned Meathook Massacre, it had to go one way or the other. Whereas before it was like aggro mid-range, and then they had access to a sweeper. Even though some decks were only running as low as 2 of them in the deck, it still had access to this amazing sweeper in the Meathook, and so it was like aggro leaning towards mid-range. But since they banned the Meathook, Mono Black had to go one of 2 ways, control or aggro, like full on. And of the two, as you've seen, on the ladder and in the untapped results, etc., the aggro version won the contest of which is the best version of Mono Black. And the latest set has only just kind of compounded that and even given it new tools to make it even stronger. So no sweeper, go up in the spot removal, put more cut downs, more Infernal Grasp, that kind of thing. Play more creatures, and play it as an aggro deck. And that shell was kicking ass even before the new set dropped. Now with the new cards, there's some significant upgrades, and I won't run through the entire deck. I'll just kind of touch upon the new ones. First of all, we've got a couple copies of Razor Lash Transmogrant. It's an artifact creature zombie, which is also interesting about, I don't know, maybe playing it in some zombie deck, which we haven't touched upon in a long time. See if there's any kind of new zombie stuff going on. But it can't block. It's a 3/1. It's can come back from the graveyard, but you got to pay 6 mana, 4 colorless, 2 black. And the only way that'll ever cost 2 mana is if the opponent has 4 or more non-basic lands on the battlefield. There's a lot of like mono red, mono white, mono black that you're playing against where this like almost never happens. So 6 mana is just a lot. Sure, it comes back with the +1/+1 counter, but it's a lot of mana. So I've seen people running like full play sets of these. I'm like, okay, let's just keep that as a 2 of, showcase the new card on the channel, but probably not too hyped on this one. Now that depends which way the meta goes. If you end up playing a lot of these like domain control or even just like 3-color stuff, then more often than not you can bring this back for 2 mana. Then it starts to be a real player. But anyway, let's give it a whirl. And we've also got his crown, the Transmogrant's crown. This is a goodie. We may even cut something and put in an additional copy of this, which it's sort of making up for the fact that we are now no longer running Bankbuster, which has been sort of like a staple, at least 2 of in my mono black aggro decks for a while. No more Bankbuster, and this is one of the reasons. The Transmogrant Crown says that equipped creature, when it dies, you draw a card. So, put this on. My favorite example is by giving it +2/+0, you put it into a situation where the opponent needs to block it because he's taking too much damage. But it's also, putting into a situation where your creature is now big enough that it will get blocked and trade with the opponent's creature. So out of that exchange, you draw a card. They don't. They lose their creature. So pretty nice. I quite like this. And the fact that you can equip it for just 1 black, so you can just play something, equip it straight away. If you're like fearing removal, gets removed, at least you draw a card. There's lots of cool little lines with this one, which is why I'm thinking of maybe adding a second copy. Then we've got of new as well. 2 copies of Go for the Throat. It's been like a 1 of in most of my decks. Now I'm like creeping it up to a 2 of. splitting it two-way with the Infernal Grasp. I don't know. I've seen people just play 4 of, but I feel like there's enough, like, you know, even just the Fleshgorger here, which is played in most mono black decks, you won't be able to kill that with the Go for the Throat. So, I'm still, like, on the fence. Let me know in the comments what you think. Should I just be playing full Go for the Throats? I'm still preferring to keep my options open and have at least 2 Infernal Grasps. Then, we've got 2 Misery Shadows. New card as well. This is another interesting one, where you put the opponent in a situation of having to decide, you know, do I block this thing? How much mana does he have open? Can he pump it big enough that, you know, my creature will just die and I don't even get anything out of it? Okay, I'm not going to block it because that is going to happen. Okay, now he hasn't blocked it. I dump all my mana into it. I get through for more damage. There's all these little mind games that you can do with this card. And the static box is also, you know, the static text is pretty good as well. If a creature and opponent dies, it exile it instead. So, you know, mirror match, opponents, underdogs, all kinds of things getting reanimated and brought back and whatnot. If you kill them, they're gone, as long as Misery Shadow is on the board. Then we've got 3 Tenacious Underdogs. They continue to just be freaking badass. And another way of drawing cards later in the game when you're blitzing it in. We've all seen it. And of course, drawing cards when you've got Sheoldred in play is obviously freaking amazing. More on that in a second. Then we've got 3 Graveyard Trespassers. I wish I could have a 4th. I just don't know what to trim. Maybe we even cut 1 Fleshgorger. But this is the newer card, so let's try this as a 4 of. But it's really nice that we have 2 3-drops, because we're almost never casting the Fleshgorger for 7 mana, although I have in many games. We're trying to play this on turn 3 most of the time, or, you know, if we don't have one of these other cards, but we're playing this for 3 mana most of the time. And both of our 3 mana cards have Ward. The Graveyard Trespasser forces the opponent to discard a card. The Phyrexian Fleshgorger forces them to pay life equal to its power. So pretty nice to have these 2 Ward active 3-drops alongside our namesake. You know, the reason why the deck's called the Dark Praetors is Gix. I touched upon him in the beginning. So whenever one of our creatures gets through for damage, we can pay 1 life and draw a card. Then we can also do this crazy 7 mana thing where opponent, you know, we discard X cards, exile the top X cards of target opponent's library. We may play lands and cast spells without paying their mana costs. Like, pretty bonkers. It's come up once in a game ever. I wouldn't even really read that. The main thing here is that you play this guy and swing with your, you know, Menace, Fleshgorger, get in for damage, and pay 1 life, draw a card. And the more little things we have getting in for damage every turn, the more stuff we can draw. And of course, losing the 1 life is really no problem if we've got Sheoldred gaining us 2 for every card that we draw. See where this is going. So yeah, that's it as far as the 3-drops. Very strong, very nice package. Sheoldred, 3 of just freaking house, we all know, and then 4 of Invoke Despair. Still just the best 5-drop in mono black. Like, they've just been printing loads of these really, like, powerful 5-drop black spells. You know, Cruelty of Gix's Command. There's this new enchantment that I can't remember the name of. There's been a few, and just nothing surpasses Invoke Despair. It's like probably my call for the most broken card in Standard. As far as the mana base goes, we've got 4 Mishra's Foundries, 1 Takenuma, 19 Swamps. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck performs. Mono Black Aggro updated for the MTG Bro Standard. So far, insane. I think I'm like 11-3. Go check my Untapped. Of course, the link to that, all these things are always down in the description for you guys if you want to go check me out over there. Also, my Twitter is starting to grow nicely. You should go give me a follow. Okay. Golgari so far. Could be... Ooh. Jund. Uh-oh, Jund Sack. This is the new menace. This is a problem. It's playing the new Teething Wormlet, and it's a Croaky's deck. I've tried it. It's really good. Ooh, there's Invoke. And also the Only Cult Anvil, of course. What? Okay. It's cool. Like, people are testing new shells around Only Cult Anvil, and there's like a Grixis one that plays Saheeli, the new Planeswalker, and there's a now this Jund one that plays like more into the artifact stuff. It's looking really, really sweet. I've been testing a Rakdos one of my own. I'll put it up to a vote for tomorrow, which version we go for. It's a real, like, little bit of a breakthrough in the meta. Oof, it's a tough keep. It's a good hand, but we need one more mana. I think I'm gonna risk it. Like, we've got a 2-drop. We're on the play. We're on the draw. We might just draw a 3rd land. Or a 1-drop. And then I'm kind of happy. Okay, we draw Invoke Despair. Yay. Totally unnecessary. And we're in the Mire. It's going to be all about who gets to their Invoke Despair first. Okay, full on Mire. Typical freaking shiz. I'm going to pass the turn. Cut down something. Whatever that something may be. This is going to be bad. But he has dumped his whole hand. We draw another cut down. Oof. I guess I could have let him look at my hand. Draw a card, at least. I mean, we're bricking badly. This card is busted. Okay, here's our land. Playing a Trespasser. Now we just need lands. Every turn, more lands. Okay, he's discarding a cut down. Card is exiled. Keep them coming, baby. Nice. Give me a land. Oh, baby. Life is so good. Whew. More land and removal. I knew it. It was all about who got to that invoke first. I would eat my own sleeper. There we go. Okay. Whew. I think the plan here is to kill the Trespasser by discarding an Underdog. Oh, see, this is the situation. I was just referring to in the intro. I may need to have gone for the freaking... Oh. Five life is good though. Sigh of relief. I'm debating whether to hold up Mishra's Foundry or play my own misery. Yeah. I could have even moved the crown. Poor guy's been bricking the whole freaking game. I just attack with both. Oh yes, baby. That's how it's done. Skadoosh. Nice. Very nice. I think I played that pretty nicely. Starting to climb back up into the 90s with this one. It's definitely a very meta deck. By the way, with regards to the schedule, the usual, Meta Mondays, all that stuff, we're going back to that. I just kind of taken a break because of the new set and all this cool stuff happening. Starting next week, we're going back to the usual, scheduled stuff. I've been missing doing some, budget brews. I've got a couple of nice budget brews lined up. Oh. 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 Okay. Looks good to me. Oh, soldiers. This is interesting. I haven't played this matchup yet. Even though it's, according to Untapped, there's like a million of these decks running around. This is the first time I played it today with this deck. Bad, 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 bad. Now he just plays the 3-drop that puts counters on things. Or that. We've got no sweeper. It's just game over. Now he just hits us with a brutal Cathar. Easy. Okay, doesn't have it. Maybe he's gonna hold up some flash creatures. Or he's got... Okay, he's gonna draw a card with the... Let's see if he finds the brutal. He does have to reveal it. Okay, just a sentinel. Does he run, destroy evil / valorous stance? A lot of them don't. Or maybe just like one copy. One or two at the most, because of Talia. I'm gaining life. I'm not complaining. Both are Praetors on board. Guess not. If he finds that one that puts counters on things. But we can play our Invoke Despair next turn. Okay, he's tapped out. You won't have enough mana for this counter spell. Okay, maybe he will. You can't kick it, but... Oh, that's terrible. Please play a creature. I want to cast Invoke Despair. Oh wait, he can't because of the tax he's got on his own counter spell. Nice. Hey, I'm chilling. Play your flyer, it's fine. Would love to draw some actual interaction though. Okay. This card is so bonkers. Okay. Another Lord. Ouch. Still can't attack with Talia though. Of course. I'm gonna blitz it in. If I get another land, I'll lose it. Oh my lord. This kind of stuff is really wow, like, just wow. Happens all the time. He's just digging for that Brutal Cathar like crazy. Ooh, okay, I'm dead. Ah! The server crashed. What the hell just happened? Did we get saved by the server? You guys saw that, right? Okay, I'll count that as a loss, but like, what the hell just happened? Just out. Okay. Interesting. So Harbin, he's got more than 5 soldiers. They attack, they all get flying, +1/+1. I think we were dead. Just in the air, bam. Broken deck. Broken deck. We also flooded like crazy. Sure. Mire again. Takes my cut down or my invoke. Ah! Might as well. Another Mire. Pays the 3 life, taps out. Gorger number 2 hits the board. Opponents ahead on lands. Cool. No Sheoldred yet. Fifth land. Oh, okay, that's also nice. Fine, maybe we get our fifth land now. Ah. Yeah. Why not? Okay. Cool, 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 cool. I can't I can't invoke Despair now. Unbelievable, this guy. So lucky, so lucky. Lucky, lucky boy. Alright, 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 alright. A little bit of wonky couple of matches. Starting to think we may need to put more removal. Okay, okay. We be curving against probably reanimation stuff. Rafine's informant? No. There's a companion. We've got the Trespasser to eat his stuff. Whatever he discards, that's gonna be a Fable now. For this. Cool. I think we wait to deploy our Trespasser so we can actually... at least we're curving nicely. Can't complain with that. Let's see what he discards. Perfect. Can't reanimate this turn. Yum, yum, yum. Yum, yum, yum. Thank you. I should have swung with both. One more land off the top just to really... Mwah! Chef's kiss. Fable, because you got nothing to reanimate. Otherwise we would have been... Oh yes, baby. Life is so good. In the hood. Ooh! Bam! 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 I'm chilling. Pop the crown onto my Fleshgorger next turn. Swing for 5 menace. I think he's found a sweeper, unfortunately. Imagine it's farewell. Fable. Yeah. Seems good. So we equip for 1 black. We bloop. We bloop. And we bloop. And that should be it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the end of the game. Unless you got some crazy removal right now. Bye-bye. On 35 life. Eating the graveyard with a Trespasser like that against these decks is just priceless. They often just pick a hand because it's got one good target. I know I'm a culprit. How are we doing for time? Okay, half an hour in. Let's end on a victory and call it a night. Mono Black Aggro is definitely doing very well. Question is, will Invoke Despair get the ban hammer? Oh, yeah. Bit slow, but that's okay. We got the cute cats. Don't like getting double Mishras like that for when we've got Invoke in the hand. Okay. Bad. Highly bad. Swift Spear plus spell of choice. Lightning Strike. Strangle. Okay. At least we force a discard. I think we're just dead. Mono red, ladies and gentlemen. Boom, boom, boom. I'm blocking. I'm so blocking. Shakes head in dismay. Okay, I think we need to run a little bit more removal. I think I'm going to trim one Fleshgorger. Go down to 3 of each of our 3 drops. And put in one more... I don't know. Maybe put in... Also, some versions of this deck were only running 3 Invoke Despairs back in... you know, pre-bro standard. Hero's Downfall, one of. Otherwise we could play now, but we don't. Nah, you can't play Soul Transfer. -2/-2, little micro sweeper action, but it also hits a lot of our stuff and they get exiled. Nah. It's a tough one. See, I was thinking Soul Transfer, but the old deck had, you know, reasons you could use both modes. Here, there really is no way we can do that. Maybe it just is one more Infernal Grasp. Alright, let's run it like this. I feel like we always need to have, like, a removal spell in our hand every single turn. At least one. It's the thing with Invoke Despair. We can't ever have them with 2 creatures on board because we want to invoke 2. Completely wipe them out. Oh, another Mire. Oh my goodness. Okay. Artifact. Creature. Exiled. Goodness gracious me. We lead with the shadow. In the ruins of Krug, only anguish thrived. Skadoosh. 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 Maximum output. No fucking around. Tiny bit of a number with the Misery Shadow and the Graveyard Trespasser, as there is nothing left to eat in the yard. But we'll still play it. Okay. It's very aggro, man. It's so nice. I'm actually really enjoying there's 2 copies of Misery Shadow. Woo! Top deck city! Alright. Infernal Grasp. Really saving the day there. Guys, I don't know what else to add. The deck still just slaps. Like wow, it does it slap. I wanted to just pop into my untapped here. Show you guys the stats on Dark Praetors. 71%, 15 for 6. Wonder if that already includes the last match. It sometimes takes a second to update. Last match, mono black, 1 minute to, yeah, okay. So yeah. Obviously very, very strong. Doesn't really matter if you're on the play or you're on the draw. And I think this little adjustment I just made is worth your, worth your consideration. Try run as much spot removal as possible so that when you hit them with the invoke, it gets maximum, value. Keep that board clean. Keep attacking. The Razor Lash, maybe just cut it and put in 2 more Misery Shadows. Little bit of a nombo with the Graveyard Trespasser, but it's really strong, as you saw there, just for pushing through that damage in the early game. Another thing that you can dump mana into, like the Evolved Sleeper. The card draw from Gix. Sheoldred still fantastic. Whatever, what more can I say? Other than, thanks for watching. Especially those of you who make it to the end. You all know, you're my favorite people in the whole wide world. And I will, just like to wish you all a lovely day, night, evening, wherever you are on this planet. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.